Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Welcome everyone to this second session of learning Arabic as a sacred language. Alhamdulillah, last session we saw the movements of the letters, and in particular we've seen how the letters, they get doubled, how the movement gets doubled. For example, we take the word, for example, Azizun. So, as you can see in the word Azizun, we have A with fatha, that's A, the letter A with fatha. I'm sorry for, I have to, for the, so if my writing, I apologize for that if you find it a bit, okay. I know that your writing is not more beautiful than mine, so it's a humble experience for all of us. For me, writing on this canvas is not obvious, but it's clear. So that's the letter Ayn, and that's the fatha on top of it. So that's A. This is the letter Zayn, and the kasra, it makes it Z. And this is the alif mad, taking the form of the ya, coming after the zayn with kasra, making the z, z. So that's azi. And this is again the letter zayn with a dot, and the movement that we have there is a double dhamma. It makes it azizun. Azizun. How does it sound? If I tell you, just forget about this and write it the way you hear it, you are going to write it like this. Azizun. Right? That's what you hear. If I tell you, write what you hear, forget about what you have learned last time, and just write what you hear, the sound you hear, you will write Azizun. That's how you write it, Azizun. And I told you that noon at the end, it's called tanween. Adding that sound at the end, the sound of noon at the end, is called the phenomena of tanween. And that tanween is a tool in Arabic language. It's a tool. So to add a noon at the end of the word, in the beginning, they used to do that. But for many centuries now, they changed that by this. They would just double the movement on top of the letter to refer to the tanween. So that noon at the end of the word is actually a tool. It's like in English. It's the tool for indefinite word. So today I want to start with you, and I want to give you an introduction for definite and indefinite words, or maybe it is a revision if you've seen this already in the preparatory class. So, azizun is a word that is not defined, so it's not definite, it is indefinite. And that's why we have the tanween. Let us do it with another word. For example, with the word let us try to the simple word with the word tuffahun. Again, okay, let me start it again. Always the top is not yeah. So with this word, tuffahun. Again, write what you hear. Say tuffahun. So again, this is the shadda. You have tuffah, and then you have the doubled movement, which is hun, and which is the sound noon at the end. Tuffahun. In English, we translate that by apples. That's equivalent of apples, not the apples. Apples. There is difference between saying the apples and apples. So it's indefinite. Apples. When you say the apples, you are talking about specific apples. You are talking about something that you've talked about before, or something it's definite. But when you say apples, it's indefinite. So that's in the plural, apples. Okay. Now, if I want to write it in the singular, it is tuffahatun. And that's what? That's an apple. So whenever you find a double movement, and you will only find double movement at the end of the word. You will never find the movement doubled like that in the beginning of the word or in the middle of the word. It is always at the end of the word. Don't forget that originally they did not use to double the movement, they used to add noon with sukoon, at the end, it's called the noon of the indefinite. So it's like the tool or an in English. A book, an apple. Okay? In the plural, it will be apples, books. So this is the singular of an apple. All what we need to say in Arabic is tuffaha, and we add un at the end is tuffahatun. Tuffahatun. Tuffahatun in Arabic means an apple. In the plural, we say tuffahun. That's apples. Tuffahun. That's apples. Right? Now we did it with two movements. Depending where the word is, we'll see. Depending where the word is in the sentence, the end of the word will have a particular movement, depending on the function of the word in the sentence and the place of the word in the sentence. What comes before it, we'll study that. The movement could change. So by default we say tufahun, but also it could be tufahin. Same thing. It's still apples, right? Because we don't have the same phenomena in English. It will say apples, right? And in the singular, it could be tufaha tin, and that's still an apple, right? Let us do the exercise with another book, with another word. Okay, why not the word book? So I'll ask you now, you know the word book in Arabic is kitab. So if I tell you, translate a book to Arabic, you have to tell me what? Kitabun or kitabin or kitaban, depending where it is in the sentence. But by default, we go for kitabun. By default, the words are elevated. The nouns are elevated by default, like that. So, kitabun. That's a book. Now the plural of kitabun is, and you will study that, how to make the plural another time, but the plural, I will give it to you now, is kutubun. Bun. Again, so in English, kutubun means books. Again, it's books, not the books, it's just books. What do you have in your hand? Books. There is a difference between if I tell you, what do you have in your hand? If you tell me the books, that presupposes that we've talked about certain books, and I told you, I asked you to bring certain books, and you answered the books. But if you answer books, That means we did not have conversation before, or you don't want to tell me what books they are. Just books. Don't have interest in telling me the story about these books. You just say books. Kutubun, books. Okay? Kitabun is a book. A book. Clear? Let us do it with another word. Third word. So I'll ask you to make the word the word Leila Muhammad qalamun. The word qalam. Okay, I'll write it like this. You know that in the calligraphy that you find in the Quran, the meme at the end of the word, they write it like this. And in calligraphy in general, they write it like that. Okay, just for you to know that in the modern calligraphy, no, the meme at the end of the word, they write it more like this. Like this. So it goes down like that. So that's qa, la, and again the movements mun, qalamun. That's to say a pen. A pen or a pencil. Right? Now, again, as I told you, depending on the place of the word in the sentence and what comes before it, it could be qalamun, it could be qalamin, it could be qalaman. So, for example, we'll say, and take this as an immersion. I'm not asking you to memorize anything other than the tanween, than the phenomena, all what I need you to know from this class is that to have the sound un at the end of the word is the equivalent of or an or is the tool actually to make the word indefinite in Arabic, whether singular or plural. To make the noun indefinite in Arabic, whether singular or plural. Absolutely, we cannot make the verb definite or indefinite. We are talking about nouns here. We are talking about nouns here. So I'll make a sentence. اشتريت sorry. I think I can. What happened? Okay, no what? Let's write it again. اشتريت اشتريت means I bought. I bought, so that's a verb, and اشتريت. What? أقلاما. Or قلما. Let us make it simple. قلما. اشتريت قلما. Again, you see here the meme takes this at the end. Always they go together, as we explained last time. The two fathas and the staff, they go together. So اشتريت قلما. طيب. If you want the plural, so اشتريت قلما, I'll write it in English for you. It means I bought a pen. I bought a pen. اشتريت قلما. Now, if I want to say, I bought pens, I bought pens, I'll write it in English first. I bought pens. I have to say, اشتريت أقلاما. Again, I'm not telling you to understand the rule, how to make the word plural, how to draw the plural format from the plural form from the singular form. We'll learn that, but you can memorize. You can take this as an opportunity to enrich your vocabulary, and that's the best way in parallel, because you are not going to. You can actually have a notebook and you call it vocabulary, and every time you learn something new, you put it, because I will try to give you the meaning in Arabic every time, in English every time. So you can put اشتريت, I bought. أقلاما or أقلام or أقلام, that's pens, etc. قلم, that's a pen. We saw book also. We saw تفاحة. Just add that to your vocabulary notebook. اشتريت أقلام. Okay. You say أقلاما. Okay. اشتريت أقلاما. So you understand why it is important. So these tanweens, etc., they are, so the tanween, or doubling the movement at the end of the word, it only happens at the end of a noun, not any word. So you'll never find a verb munawwan. It happens at the end of a noun, and that's to say that the noun is what? That the noun is indefinite. It's very easy. Now, there are a few exceptions. I'm not going to give you the exceptions now. Another time we're going to see the few nouns in Arabic that are exempted from tanween or cannot take the form of on or an or in. I'm not going to teach you that now, but I just taught you the general rule to understand. To make a noun indefinite, you have to double the movement of the last letter in the noun. That's it. Now, to make the noun definite, we have another rule. We have another tool. So, in English, to make the noun definite, we say, for example, again, we use the same word, book. To make it definite, we have to say the book. Now it is definite. When it was a book, it was indefinite. Now it is the book. Again, if for the plural, you have to say also the books. All right? That's in English. In Arabic now. In Arabic, the tool is the following. Is al. That's al. Al-kitabu. Al-kitabu. So the tool is this. Is al. So the word is kitab. Al-kitabu. That's to say the book. We add al. This is the tool. This is the tool. That's the equivalent of the. That's the equivalent of the in English. مفهوم? And that's the book. Now, if I tell you, give me the equivalent of the books in Arabic, so you know what books, what's the meaning of books in Arabic? Books means, go back. What are books? Let's go back. Okay, aha. Books is kutubun. Books, kutubun. That's books. Now if I want to make it the books, it will be al-kutubu. Al-kutubu. Again, L. That's how we write it. الكتب الكتب, the books. Again, as I told you, depending on how it stands in the sentence and what comes before it, and the function of this word in the sentence, it is a subject, is it a subject, is it a predicate, is it, we'll see, depending on the function of the word or of the noun in the sentence, or what comes before it, do we have a preposition before it, etc. We'll study that. This last movement of the word will change. So, for example, we can find it al-kutubi. Sometimes it will be al-kutubi. Al-kutubi. The meaning doesn't change. It is still the books. So why this one is al-kutubu, this one is al-kutubi? We said that the movement of the last letter in the noun indicates or depends on the place of that noun in the sentence. We will study that. So for you now, I want you to memorize that to make the noun definite, like in English we have the tool the equivalent of the in Arabic is al. And to make the noun indefinite, like in English we have the tool or nothing for the plural. In Arabic, the tool is the tanween, and that's duplicating the movement of the last letter in the noun. Donc, ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه ذلك الكتاب ذلك Sorry, I'm not really used to write on this tablet, but we'll get used to that. ذلك الكتاب. That is the book. That's we find in the first verse of Surah Al-Baqarah. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب. That is the book. Al-Kitabu, the book. Again, this is the equivalent of the in English. That, ذلك is that, is the book. That's the book. Another verse from the Quran where we have the definite words. You have two nouns of God, two names of God, two nouns, definite one after the other. For example, تنزيل العزيز الرحيم. تنزيل العزيز تنزيل العزيز. I write it differently. I write تنزيل in one line. So تنزيل, revelation, just from, but what matters for us is this, Al-Aziz Al-Rahim. Two names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Aziz, Ar-Rahim. SubhanAllah. These are two names that are, Al-Aziz means the unreachable, the too high, the mighty. Ar-Rahim means the closest to you than your own relatives. SubhanAllah. Only God could be at the same time Aziz and Rahim. Al-Aziz. Al-Aziz. In the verse it is because of its place in the sentence. It is Al-Azizi. Al-Azizi Ar-Rahimi. Sorry. Al-Aziz Ar-Rahimi. Tanzeel Al-Aziz Ar-Rahimi. So you have here two definite nouns, Al-Aziz and Ar-Rahim. And you have here Al, and you have here Al. Can you see a difference between the two? There is a difference between this and this. First of all, Al-Azizi it sounds al, complete al, Azizi. And the other one, we say Ar-Rahimi. Kind of, we don't hear the sound of the lam. Ar-Rahimi. Both of them, though, are L, and both of them stand for the. So that's the mighty, the, if you want to say the benevolent, to make it simple, or the merciful, or the closer to you than your own relative. What matters here, the, and we don't write them in the same way, and we don't spell them in the same way. Here it is Al-Azizi, here it is Ar-Rahimi. That's for a reason. So the meaning is the same. The reason is quite simple. It's for the pronunciation. So let us try to put this here. Azizi. Azizi. It's not good. The sound is not beautiful. Azizi. Let us try to put this here. Al-Rahimi. Al-Rahimi. It's not beautiful. Al-Rahimi is more beautiful. Is much. Al-Azizi. Azizi. No. Al-Azizi. Al-Rahimi or Ar-Rahimi. No. Ar-Rahimi is better. It's a choice that you don't have to make every time, but it's a choice that our ancestors, that engineers of the Arabic language have chosen. And we have 28 letters in Arabic. 14 of them, if the word or the noun, basically we are talking about nouns here, because only nouns could be definite or indefinite, cannot have the verb definite or indefinite, that's another thing. So we are talking about nouns here. If the noun starts with one of the first 14 letters, we'll have this L, complete L, and another 14 letters. If the word starts with one of them, we'll have this one. The L incomplete, the L when you don't actually pronounce the lam. So it sounds like it sounds like yes, Ar-Rahimi, like that, or Ash-Shamsu, etc. So let us study that slowly now. Again, we are still studying the L, which is the equivalent of the in English. So first of all, let us write. Let us go with Al-Azizi and understand the phenomena. So we have L, and that's the, and that's how we write it. And then we have, we'll put plus, and we have the word, the name, the noun, and definite, Azizun, So by default, the nouns are indefinite. So we have al plus azizun. The result is al azizu. Again, when the ayn changes shape, we have studied this already. The ayn changes its shape in the middle of the word. Al-Aziz. Said Azizun, that's Al-Aziz. Zu. Al-Azizu. Can we say Al-Azizun? Impossible. Why? Who can tell me why it is impossible to say Al-Azizun? Because it is impossible to say the apple. You can't. It's the apple or an apple. It's definite or indefinite. You cannot be definite and indefinite in the same time. You can't. You are definite or indefinite. Definite or indefinite. So we know that we cannot have al in the beginning of the noun and double movement in the end of the noun. That's impossible. That's impossible. Impossible. We can't have that. We can't have both. Whether the double movement at the end of the noun, and that stands for or basically to say that the noun is indefinite, or al in the beginning of the noun. So if I give you al plus azizun, the result should be al azizu. Al azizu. Let us make few exercises like that. If I tell you now al plus qamaran, qamaran, qamaran. You remember why this stuff? All of this, you have seen it already in the preparatory level, but a reminder, maybe you understand that stuff, because always when you have double fatha, you have to have the stuff with it. Not always, but only with the ta marbut. The only exception is with the ta when it is in the round form. We call that the ta marbuta. But على كل حال, most of the times when we have two fathas, we have with it the staff. So al plus qamaran. The result will be al-qamara. Al-qama. Ra. Right? Now I'll give you another exercise. Al plus جاء ما لن جاء ما لن. Again, I'm sorry, what's al-qamar? Vocabulary? That's moon. I'll write it for you so you have some vocabulary. So that's the moon. Okay? Okay? You can always ask me a question, any word that we bring. I want to give you the, so tanzil means revelation. Okay, ذلك means that, or that is, etc. You can ask me all the time, and you write it down. You write it down. I don't need to write it down every time for you, each time for you, just for your vocabulary. Take the time to write the meaning. And if I'm too fast, don't hesitate to let me know. If I need to go slower, let me know. And inshallah, by the third, fourth class, we'll reach a pace that is good for everyone. Don't get intimidated. It's very common that people, they get intimidated at the first or the second class, and then they drop and they say, oh, this is not for me, this is too high. No. If you give the class its right, and that means for each hour that you spend in class, you spend 1 hour outside of the class. At least that's the minimum. For each hour you spend in the class, you spend 1 hour outside of the class. So if you follow 4 hours with the teacher, you have to have 4 hours studying at home. That's the minimum. To really, if you are serious and if you want really to work on this project of learning Arabic. So you have first of all to go and revise the class, do the exercises, all right? And memorize the vocabulary. So, al plus jamalin, the result will be al jamali. No. So you see that every time al comes, all what it does, it removes one of the double movements. That's it. We have 2 fathas, we get only here 1 fatha. We got 2 kasras, we get here only 1 kasra. And on top, we got 2 dhammas, here we get only one dhamma. That's the phenomena of the definition. When we bring the word from the indefinite form, how do we recognize the indefinite form in Arabic? 99% of cases, the word will be ending, or the noun, we are talking word, the noun, absolutely, it's only noun. This only applies to nouns. definite or indefinite. The logic of language is the same. The logic of Arabic language or French language or English language, the logic is the same because the logic is the logic. Yeah, the logic is the logic. In all the languages, you cannot have the noun. You cannot have verb definite or indefinite. Impossible. We conjugate verbs. In all languages, we have verbs and nouns. All languages. We have something like verbs and something like nouns. In all languages, we conjugate the verb, and the noun could be definite or indefinite. So the logic of the language is the same. So if you find a noun with double movement at the end, that means it is indefinite. More than that, anytime you find double movement at the end, that means it is an indefinite noun. Because verbs never take double movement at the end. Never. And double movement can only happen at the end of a word. And that word must be a noun. So if you find double movement, two dhammas, two fathas, or two kasras, close your eyes. That's a noun, and that's indefinite. That's an indefinite noun, full stop. Same thing, if you find an L can only happen this L, these two letters together. You can only see them like this, in this shape, in the beginning of the word. If you see them in the beginning of the word, that means that's a noun and that's a definite noun. You have to imagine them as being separate actually from it's good to imagine them like separate. Like the in English, which is separate. So al plus the noun and definite azizun, the noun becomes definite. It is al-azizu, like an apple plus the, an apple plus the result will be the apple. The an disappears. Like moon, the moon, the plus a moon, it's the moon. It's not the moon, it's the moon. You understand? Like the plus camel, the result is the camel. It's not the camel, etc. Al-Jamali. Okay? Beautiful. We told you though that depending on the first letter of the noun, we will have al, the one that we just studied, al, this one, or this one. Without sukoon on top of the al. And when we pronounce it, absolutely this L as if it doesn't exist. We jump from this letter to the first letter of the noun. Let us study this slowly now. So, al the plus shamsun the result so al plus shamsun, the result is al shamsu, no, al shamsu, it's heavy. Anyways, it's not our decision anymore. We can understand the decision of the engineers, but al-shamsu, I find it heavy. Arabs will never say al-shamsu. They will laugh at you if you say al-shamsu. Naturally, the tongue goes to ash-shamsu. So the result of al, the, plus shamsu is what do you see here? I wish I could have a wider screen to show you both, to show you the whole equation. I have to come out. Oh, here you are. I can make it smaller. Here you are. Here you are. Beautiful. See, I'm still learning how to use this tablet. Bear with me. So L plus Shamsun, the result is Ash-Shamsu. What do you see? So this circle here disappeared here. It's not there anymore. And we added a shadda on top of the first letter. And when I read it, I say Ash-Shamsu, as if this doesn't exist. As if this one doesn't exist. I'll put zero under it, so you understand that we don't, no pronunciation, it's like zero there. It's Ash-Shamsu. I go straight from this letter to this letter. Ash-Shamsu. I don't say Allah. I say Ash-Shamsu. Though we write it in the same way. The only difference is we don't put the sukoon on top of it. But we have another sign, which is the shadda on top of the first letter. So you see the difference. Okay? We have L plus qamaran, L plus qamaran, the result is al-qamara. All what we did is just we brought the L and linked it to the word qamaran, al-qamara, and absolutely the phenomena of the last letter of the noun, you know it. We take off one movement and that's it. And that's al-qamar. But for this one, it's quite different. Al plus shamsun, the same phenomenon at the end, absolutely, because there is the article of definition. We take off the sign of that makes the word indefinite, which is the double movement. We take off one of them, but we don't have a sukoon on the top, and we have a shadda on the top of the first letter of the noun. And we say ash-shamsu, ash-shamsu. So what is duplicated? The first letter of the noun is duplicated. You remember last session we studied the shadda. We call that at-tad'if, the shadda. So we hear it, ash-shamsu, ash-shamsu. Thus, give more examples. More examples. Al, again, the article of the definition, al, plus rahmatun, al plus rahmatun, al is the, rahmatun, in English that's mercy, or depending in the Quran, the word rahmah could take many meanings. It could mean mercy, it could mean closeness, it could mean unconditional divine love. You can just call the divine love. Divine love. So al plus rahmatun, the result is ar-rahmatu. Ar-rahmatu. Al plus rahmatun, the result is ar-rahmatu. Ar-rahmatu. Again, it's not my decision, it's the decision of the ancestors. And as I told you, they have decided that 14 letters go in the sun, 14 letters go in the moon, under the moon. We'll explain that in a bit. And we'll give you all the 14 letters. So they decided if the noun starts with ra, we don't say al-rahmatu, but we say ar-rahmatu. But all what we can do, you and I, is to explain or justify the decisions of the ancestors. We cannot change it. We can explain and understand the secret. The secret is that La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It will be heavy to say al-rahmatu. Al-rahmatu. So aesthetically they say al-rahmatu. Anytime you have a noun starting with ra and we want to make it definite, it takes this L. It takes this L. And with the shadda on the first letter. Ar-rahmatu, ar-rahmanu, ar-rahimu, ar-ramlu, etc. Let us have another. I'll give you just words. Now I'm going to write just definite words, different words with ra as well. Ar-ramlu, definite nouns. Ar-ramlu. Ar-ramlu, that's the sand. The sand. I'm going to write the nouns. I'm going to give you different definite nouns, and I'll be leaving a space every time for the exercise that we'll do in class immediately, which is I will ask you to give me the indefinite form of that same noun. So ar-ramlu, I'll give space. And I'll write another word, which is ar-rahmanu. Okay, and I'll leave space and I write another word, ar-rajulu. Okay, and I'll leave space and I write another word, الرب. الرب. So these are definite nouns. الرحمة, we said it is the divine mercy or the divine love, and we know already the indefinite form of it, which is rahmatun. Now I will ask you to give me the indefinite form of, or the indefinite form of the four nouns that we just wrote. So first of all, الرمل, in English that's the sand, the sand. So if I want you to say a sand, that will be, all what we need is to take off this tool and duplicate the last movement, then it will be ramlun. 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 Again, sorry for the calligraphy, I have to make this one a bit longer, but it will be like crossing with the other one. But it doesn't have to cross on your notebook. Have better spacing. Okay. I'll learn how to make a new page next time, because kind of I can't go, it doesn't let me, after this, it doesn't let me go further. I don't know why. I'll learn it for next time. So if I want to go from Ar-Rahmanu and I want to make the word, again, Ar-Rahmanu, that's the name of God. It means the origin of mercy, or the source of love, and also the source of relationships, or the source of creation. If I want to make it indefinite, it will be Rahmanun. It's very important that you take notes with colored pens. To understand the phenomena. So what did we do? We just took off the L, and then we added the movement at the end, and that's Rahmanun. Now, Ar-Rajulu, I want to make it indefinite. It will be Ra Ju Lun. الرجل, the man, I want to make it indefinite, a man. رجل. So رجل means man. الرجل means the man. رجل means a man. Right? Took your notes. Now, الرب, الرب, that's the Lord, the Lord, the Lord, the developer of the being, the caretaker, the owner as well. الرب, if I want to make it indefinite, it becomes ربٌ. Sorry, it's too close. I'm going to make some space. I'm going to write it here to give myself some room. ربٌ. That's how we move from the definite to the indefinite. So we studied two things this session, the definite and the indefinite. And we know now when we have definite nouns, the L, we have two different L's. We have this L, so there is L that we use with the word qamar, and we have other L that we use with the word shamsun. So we have two L. The L that goes with the word al-qamaru, al-qamaru, and the L that goes with the word shamsun, ash-shamsu. So that's the moon, that's the sun. And then in Arabic letters, you have letters that are called lunar, moon-like letters, or following the moon. and we have letters that we call solar. And depending if the letter is lunar or solar, depending if the first letter of the noun is lunar or solar, we get the moon like Al, we call it Al-Qamariyya, Al-Qamariyya, the Al of the Qamar, or Al-Shamsiyya, the Al for the Shams, for the Asham, like this one. So we'll give you some vocabulary with nouns with each letter. And for this one, I'm going to use this board. And then you will have it will be easier for me. Bismillah. So let us, all the alphabet. You're going to give me now the letters of the alphabet one by one. Bismillah. Let us do that. So we'll start here. We'll do our line here. Okay. And we'll write here Al-Qamaru and we'll write here Ash-Shamsu. Again, you might have studied this already. I hope so. If so, this is a revision. If not, now you are studying it now. So Al-Qamaru Ash-Shamsu, and then we are going to have list of words or actual letters that follow the moon and list of words or letters that follow the sun. Let us start with the first letter. The first letter, don't tell me alif. There is no word that starts with alif. The word will start with a, for example, a or u or e, and that's not the alif, that's hamza. That's hamza. So the first letter that we start with is hamza. Give me a noun with hamza. A noun that you know with hamza. Abun, abun. Good, that's good now. Abun. And abun means a father, and it follows the moon, and that's al-abu. Again, the hamza is a disconnector. It goes like this. Al-abu. Beautiful. Okay, next letter in the alphabet. Bismillah. Ba. Ba. Give me noun with ba. Babun. Babun means door. Great. So al-babu again. It is here. Al-babu. Beautiful. Next letter. Alif ba. Depending how do we go with the logic of abun jaddun, aba jadd, or we go with the modern way of classification of the alphabet. Which one you choose? Okay, we go with the modern way. Okay, alif ba. Say then it is a ba. After that it is ta. Ta will come here. Ta will come here. Give me a word that starts with ta. Something you eat in Ramadan. At-tamru. At-tamru. The dates. At-tamru. It goes there. Give me next letter. Alif, a, ba, ta, tha. Tha. Give me a word with tha. Word, a noun with tha. Thimarun. Thimarun, that's fruits. Al-thimaru. الثمار. الثمار means the fruits. Again, al-qamaru, the moon. Ash-shamsu, the sun. Al-abu, the father. At-tamru, the date or the dates. Al-babu, the door. Al-thimaru, the fruits. So this is vocabulary. So learn your vocabulary at the same time. I'm giving you easy words, easy nouns to learn for your vocabulary. Continue. Alif, ba, a, ba, ta, tha. After that, ja, or jim. Ja. Give me something that starts with the sound j, with the jim. No, not jim. No, something else. In Arabic. Okay. We saw one. Jamalun. Al-jamalu. But let me give you something new. Another one. How about al-jamalu? Al-jamalu. You saw al-jamalu? Let us see al-jamalu. Do you know what is the difference between al-jamalu and al-jamalu? Al-jamalu. No, that's not the camels. No. The camels will be al-jimalu. The camels will be al-jimalu. But how? I'll put it for you. What's al-jamalu then? You see the importance of the movements? The whole meaning changes. Okay? Let us connect this very well. Okay? So al-jimalu, that's the camels. The camels. How about al-jamalu? No? Guess. The beauty. The beauty. The beauty. The beauty. So I'm not going to write every single noun in English. You have to write it yourself. But for this one, I'm going to put it. The camels. You see the difference? That's with fatha, al-jamalu, the beauty. That's with kasra, al-jimalu, the camels. And the other one is al-jamalu, al-jamalu. And that's one camel, al-jamalu. That's the camel, the one camel. See the difference? So again, that's al-jamalu. This is al-jamalu. 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 This is al-jamalu. This one is al-jimalu. Al-jimalu. The camels. You see the difference? But all of them, they come here because the sound j, this jim, follows the moon. So we have the full L, which is L, this one, the L, what we call the lunar L. So al-jamalu. Al-jamalu, al-jimalu, al-jamalu. Okay. Next letter. Ha. Ha. Ha also comes here. So you took, I'm going to keep only one noun of with each letter. So take notes of al-jimalu and al-jamalu. That's just something to teach you. I opened parentheses for you to be able to make the comparison. Just to revise, I know that it's not rare that people in level 2 they are still confused between al-jamalu and al-jamalu. They don't get it. And al-jimalu and al-jamalu. It sounds very confusing for you. That's why I gave you this opportunity to see it here. But I'm going to take off these two ones. These two. And continue my list. So al-jamalu, the beauty. Next letter in the alphabet is ha. Next sound is ha. So give me something with ha. No, not hamdi. That doesn't take L. It's already. Why doesn't take L? Why hamdi doesn't take L? Because it's already definite. Because it's proper noun. Proper nouns are already definite. They don't take L. We don't say L Anas, L Henrik, L Stefan, L Jacques, L. They are already definite. We don't say the Jacques, the Muhammad. We don't say that. Okay? So give me another one. Alhamdu. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdu. 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 What's the meaning of hamdu? You know it, all praise be to the praise. The praise. The praise. Alhamdu is the praise. The praise. You can keep that meaning. The praise. If you want to be more literal, it would be the return. The return. It also means the return. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen means the praise belong to Allah. Who praise Allah. Also it means we return to Allah. Alhamdu. Okay. Another noun with ha. Another noun with ha. Let us take another one. Haqq. Al-haqqu. 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 Al-haqqu means the truth. The truth. The truth. The truth. Al-haqqu. Okay? Next sound in the alphabet. Kha. 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 After with kha we have the word khalqu. Al-khalqu. Al-khalqu. What's al-khalqu? The creation. The creation. The creation. Al-khalqu. The creation. Al-haqqu. The truth. Al-khalqu. The creation. I'll give you another noun with kha. The Prophet ﷺ says, Al-khuluqul hasan. Al-khuluqul hasan. طريق إلى الجنة. أو باب من أبواب الجنة. The good character is a path to paradise or a door for the paradise. And many other ahadith in this meaning about al-khuluqul hasan. What is al-khuluqu? Al-khuluqu. Al-khuluqu. Al-khu. Lu-qu. Al-khu. Lu. Al-khuluqu. What's al-khuluqu? We said it's the character. The character. The character. It's the inner image of the self. It's the inner image of the self, al-khuluqu. The inner image of the self, the inner reality of the self. So the outer reality is al-khalqu. The inner reality is al-khuluqu. The outer reality is the creation, what appears to people. The inner reality is al-khuluqu. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in front of the mirror, when he looks at his face in the mirror, he says, Allahumma hassin khuluqi kama hassanta khalqi. 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 What is he asking for? He's telling his Lord, Allahumma, oh dear Lord, closer to me than myself. Allahumma, oh my dear Lord of mine. Hassin, make beautiful. What? Khuluqi. The inner reality of my soul or my character. The same way you made beautiful what? The outer reality or the outer image of my body. Khalqi. My Lord, beautify or make beautiful the inner reality of my soul the same way you made beautiful the outer image of my body. Allahumma hassin khuluqi kama hassanta khalqi. That's the prayer of looking at oneself in the mirror. Okay. Next letter in the alphabet. Del. Del, it's here. Follows the sun. Give me a word with del. الدليل. 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 I'm sorry. الدليل. الدليل. What's the meaning of الدليل? The guide. The guide. The guide. الدليل. The guide. Another word, another noun with del. الدم. الدم. What's الدم? What's الدم? What's the meaning of الدم? The blood. The blood. The blood. What's the plural of الدم? The plural is الدماء. الدماء. Okay. I don't know, in English you don't say the bloods, but yeah, both of them are the blood. But الدماء is lots of blood. الدماء. Right? Much blood. الدم is blood. الدماء is like lots. Or الدم is the blood of one person. الدماء is the blood of many persons. If we say in Arabic, سالت دماء كثيرة, it means lots of people were killed. But الدم الدماء. الدليل. Okay, give me the next letter. The, right? Dhal. Okay, give me word. Give me noun with the. So where is it going to be? Here or here? Here. Okay. Since we are talking about the blood, let us talk about slaughtering. الذبح. You have ذبيحة, right? الذبيحة. So let us give you the word, the phenomena. Slaughtering is الذبح. Okay? الذبح. الذبح. Also, الذبيحة. الذبيحة. الذبيحة means the slaughtered. Now, in the terminology, in the modern terminology, when we say ذبيحة, that's ذبيحة halal. ذبيحة means the slaughtered, basically, animal. الذبيحة. Okay. So, how many do we have here? Following the moon, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. How many following the sun? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Next letter in the alphabet. Ra. Ra. It's going to come here. Okay, we saw it already. Ar-Rahmatu, Ar-Rabbu. Let us have another word. Another noun. Go ahead. Come on. I gave you Ramlu, I gave you Rahmatu, I gave you Rabbu. Give me another one. Don't know another one? Let me give you at least the plural of Ramlu. الرمال. الرمال. That's the plural of الرمل. Lots of sand. الرمال. Much sand. The much sand. الرمال. الرمال. So sand in English could be الرمل. The sand in English can say الرمل or الرمال. I don't know if you can say the sands in English. I don't think so. Okay. الرمال. Another word, another noun with ra. الرمح. 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 That's what? That's the how to say lance in English? Not arrow, but the big one that you throw. Allah Akbar. In French, it's lance. Lance. الرمح. No. That's the verb. No. The tool. Une lance. Anyway. Spear. The spear. The spear. الرمح. The spear. The spear. The spear. Again. الرمح. The spear. Okay. Next letter in the alphabet. Zayn. Zayn. Now we'll stop here. Because I will have to change to write something else, to have to erase this and write it again. It's enough for today. Next session will continue with more nouns, and before that I'm going to give you an exercise. Very easy exercise. I'm going to give you indefinite nouns that you have to make definite. That's it. Okay? So you wrote down all of this? That's it? So we have 6 plus 6, I guess. So we know now 6 letters. We know that the letter Qaf is following the moon, Al-Qamar. We have that the letter Hamza follows the moon, Al-Abu. We know that the letter Ba follows the moon. We know that the letter Jim follows the moon. We know that the letter Ha follows the moon. We know that the letter Kha follows the moon. These are 6 letters here. And we have 6 letters here. We know that the letter Sha follows the sun. We know that the letter Ta follows the sun. We know that the letter Tha follows the sun. We know that the letter Da follows the sun. And know that the letter Dha follows the sun. And that the letter Ra follows the sun. Khalas, we have 6 and 6. We still have 8 and 8 to see, to see next time. After that, what do we have after that? Seen. خلاص, we'll stop here and I'll give you an exercise. خلاص, we took notes. I'm giving you the exercise now. So I'm going to write few nouns. Bismillah, I'm erasing. Okay. And you are going to make them definite. That's it. Yeah. So the first noun is قلم. قلم. So make it definite. And قلب. Make it definite and find the meaning in the dictionary. If you don't know, I'm not going to give you the meaning. You have to find it yourself. And قلوب. And شراب. In Arabic language, not in Egyptian language. In Arabic, not in Egyptian. Egyptian. Okay. In Arabic, not in Egyptian. Sharab in Arabic, not in Egyptian. Okay. And ما كتبت yeah. And نعم. And أمل. And بقر. And بقرة. And حياة. And حلم and حلم and ثواب and توبة and دلو and ذنب or ذنوب ذنوب also ذنب and ذنب and جملة and رتبة and رطب something with kha missing and خير and شر. Yeah, that's good. Something with We have something with Naam, we have something with Ha, we have something with Kha. Great. We have something with Ta, we have something with that, and we have something with that, and we have something with Ra, and we have Khalas. Beautiful. Okay? So, the meaning of these nouns and make them definite. So find the meaning of these nouns and make them definite. So you may ask someone who knows Arabic, or you can find them in the dictionary. Find the meaning of these nouns and make them definite. Okay. I'll ask you to, yeah, that's it. Find the meaning of these nouns and make them definite, and organize them. Organize them, because they're not organized now. I want you to organize them like in two columns, lunar and solar, and organize them. Just put, how are you going to organize them? I won't tell you how. So organize them. Okay? Bismillah. So make these nouns definite again. قلم, أمل, قلب, بقر, قلوب, بقرة, شراب, حياة, حلم, حلم, ثواب, توبة, دلو, ذنب, ذنوب, ذنب, جملة, رتبة, رطب, شر, خير. Okay. Barakallahu feekum. Thank you very much.